All right, Big Mike, how's it going?
What's the word, brother? That's chilling, man.
Glad to have you back on Cam Capone News.
Oh, yeah. I fuck with King Capone, though.
I appreciate that, man. You got a lot going on, man. It's been a busy time for Chicago and hip hop in general.
Yeah, it's been too much going on for me, so I stay out the city now.
Too much going on.
Yeah, I stay out the city, man.
That's a fact, man. Well, I'm going to start off with some of the most recent news going on, and that's Ben 10 getting shot in a wild chain snatching incident that left him possibly what it looks like paralyzed. And another guy got his finger shot off. And, now we're seeing that All-Star JR has actually been picked up by the feds, and they're not going to let him claim self-defense.
Yeah. But at the same time, though, they put themselves in that predicament when they tried to take his chain, though. So, I mean,
Ben 10, they try to take his chain, bro. I feel like he's got a good reason for being for the self-defense case. I guess the thing that the feds are trying to say is that he shot him, but then he left and then came back and shot him again, and that's why I believe.
And that what makes it that could be hard to be self-defense, but at the same time, it's like in the heat of the moment, though. If it's the heat of the moment and I'm shooting it, then I'm thinking about it like, what if he got a gun? You know what I'm saying? Like, what if when I take off running, he shoot me in the back? You know what I'm saying? So I'm about to finish this kill. I might as well. He's still a threat. I don't know if he still got a weapon. I'm trying to get away from him. So if I run, he shoot me in the back, then what? He go get self-defense? No, because I was running. But at the same time, though, he's still an active threat to me, shit.
I hear that, man. This whole self-defense thing is kind of crazy because this guy got jumped, beat up, chain taken. You can't really expect him to be like in like a normal state of mind where he's just like being rational.
Right.
Like, who's going to be in a rational state of mind at that point? You're going to probably make a mistake, some sort of mistake.
For sure.
According to the law, anyway. It's crazy, man. I don't understand it. I don't agree with it.
It's like that. It's too much that go into self-defense. And then certain states got different laws, you know what I'm saying? Certain states that stand your ground and all that. You feel me? Like it's different laws in certain states. So it depending on where you at and what those laws is determine on, you know what I'm saying, what type of self-defense you could claim. Or you could just, it's stand your ground. I stood my ground. He was a threat. I stopped the threat. That's an open and shut self-defense right there. But that's in certain states. And sometimes it really be depending on the color of your skin too. It do.
Yeah.
Sometimes it depends on the color of your skin, because then it'll be like, nah, you a gangbanger and he a gangbanger. And you was trying to kill him. You feel me? Like, no.
Right. If this was just a normal citizen person, would they even have brought charges?
You know what I'm saying? No charges at all. But me, I definitely would have got charges, no doubt.
I kind of feel like it had to do with him trolling too.
Yeah, he put a little bit too much out there. It was like you took care, you did what you were supposed to do. You took care of the situation. You did what you were supposed to do. All right, whatever allegedly happened. But then you go to the internet and start trolling about it. That shake things up. That make people like, oh, you tripping now. So now you got people looking into it and you supposed to let that go, let that die down.
Well, ever since the King Von situation with Little Tim, young boy, Rondo, and everybody have been defending Lil Tim, saying, he was in the right and he did what he was supposed to do. And now they're in the exact same position when it comes to Ben 10.
For sure.
Isn't that crazy how it turns out like that?
Hold on, ain't. So Ben 10 was the one who tried to rob somebody for the chain.
As far as I understand, yeah.
So allegedly it was Ben 10 who tried to rob somebody for the chain, and Ben 10 is the one who's supposed to be paralyzed right now.
Yep.
So
He
you
was
went
the
to go try to
aggressor.
take somebody's chain, and you paralyzed now. So it's like on their side, they looking at it like that's bad on their name because you went to go try to hit a stain and I look at you, you in a wheelchair. Like that look bad on us. You ain't even get the chain.
I think they did get the chain.
They did get the chain?
Somebody, according to the paperwork, somebody grabbed the chain and left out the building before the shots even started firing.
He got what he came for, but it cost him his legs though. I mean, was it worth your legs? Definitely wasn't worth mine.
What do you think about people comparing this situation with the King Von situation? With them both being the aggressors and then, end up getting shot?
I mean, it does have its similarities. You can compare it, but it's two different situations though. You know what I'm saying? That was a situation where it was some beef going on where, it was when I catch you, I'm beating your ass with Vaughn. You know what I'm saying? But on the other side, it was on some, we finna get this for his chain. You could, compare the two though. You compare the two. People being, when you you gotta make sure that, we don't think when we going to do stuff anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm finna go, if I'm outside and then I happen to see somebody that I'm on tour with, I ain't thinking at that point. My first thought was to either brandish the weapon or we finna fight. I'm about to beat his ass. It's people, everybody walking themselves into situations and it's costing them a lot. You feel me? For a lot of people, it cost them their life. And his situation, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully he be able to walk again, but right now it's like it's your legs though. Something that's you need for everyday life to be able to get up out the bed and walk, you know what I'm saying? Like take care of what you want to take care of without being wheeled around or wheeling yourself around in a wheelchair.
Well, will the internet go at NBA Youngboy the same way they went at Little Durk for the past 4 or 5 years? Slide for Vaughn, slide for Vaughn. Are they gonna get on Youngboy? Slide for 10, slide for 10.
I don't know. I think they gon' probably pressure him to do it, but I don't think he gonna do nothing. He probably can see shit like this coming from a mile away. You feel me? Some people dumb, but people learn from people's mistakes. I learn from people's mistakes. I learn from mine. You feel me? So it's like if you seen him do it and you see it ain't work out for him, what you gonna do it for? They don't even make sense.
Yeah, that would be a really bad
You can avoid
decision.
it. But you go chill. If it's gonna be some real gangster shit behind this, it ain't even gonna be on the internet. But if they start going back and forth on the internet, ain't no real gangster shit behind this. They gonna end up getting themselves caught because they putting it on the internet. But if it stay quiet and they don't go back and forth about it, it's probably gonna be some smoke behind it.
Youngboy's been really quiet. He hasn't really even commented or said "get well, Ben" or anything.
Cause that's embarrassing too. You went over there to take the chain, it almost got burned down.
I mean, they're saying that JR, that according to the paperwork, because they got cameras and everything, they're saying that after he shot him, he spit on him and pistol whipped him.
Hey, that's like the utmost disrespect. I mean, you shot me. Then you gonna pistol with me. I mean, you pistol with me. All right, that come with the game too. But you gonna spit on me though? I don't know about that situation. You know, I don't think that's a situation that could be let go.
You know, the thing about these type of hip hop beefs that get real is like it's kind of crazy because you got Detroit and Baton Rouge, and these places are like what 2,000 miles away from each other. Like in reality, when are these guys really gonna even see each other? It's not like street beef where your ops are like, down the street or even in the next city over at the furthest. You
Now
know,
it'd be on some like, let's just say we take a trip to Miami or something, and the whole time we found out they in Miami. You know what I'm saying? We see y'all, we on your ass type shit, you feel me? But it depends. I don't think neither side gonna go out of bounds or nothing like that, but because if you go out of bounds, then you asking for it, unless they just gonna go out of bounds and troll. But I don't see it really escalating, but wars last a long time.
I hear that. Well, this is something that I didn't really expect to come out, and it kind of confirmed what we already thought was going on. But OTF Jam is out of jail and made a post. I'm going to read it. He drops his address. I'm not going to repeat his address. And he said, this for anybody else that feel like that feel like they like that. I'm doing something Sammy the Bull didn't do. I'm dropping my own location, fresh out on house arrest. I'm trying to see who trying to get it in. Blood, it was a whole lot of woofing when I was in jail. Now it's time to show and prove.
That's from jail?
It said, yes. You didn't see this?
Nah, but is he out for real?
That's what it says. I don't know. I mean, it said that it came from his page, OTF Jam, 7,900. You don't think it's from him?
I don't know. I don't know, but if it is, he crazy. Jam on that. I don't care how gangsta I am. I don't care how much I feel like I could take on people. You know what I'm saying? And I know what I could do. I ain't giving nobody my location or where I'm at. Where I lay my head at? No. Not happening. And he on house arrest, so you can't go nowhere. No. That's why I don't believe it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like you pinch your location for niggas to come slide on you. They gonna come slide. If that's where you really at, somebody gonna come through there, bro. That's why I don't believe it. That's why that's why that's hard to believe. And then he say he doing something Sammy the Bull ain't doing, and he dropped it low.
So there was a couple things in this post that I thought were interesting. So if you look up this location, it's like just south of Chicago. Like it's probably maybe just from looking on the map, 15 minutes from O Block, south of O Block. Like it's not far at all. It's right there. A lot of people were saying that he probably just put a fake address just to throw people off.
Right. It might be, or it might be. I don't know. I've been around, Jim. I don't know. That's like a guerrilla tactic. That's like a. All right, come on.
Like he's waiting in the bushes for someone to pull up or something.
Cause they if that's true, he let a nigga know, like, come on. And they gonna you gonna have to send your best.
Well, another thing I read into this was he says, I'm doing something Sammy the Bull didn't do. So it kind of like seems like he's confirming that he is cooperating against Little Durk.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I don't know if that's true.
So you mentioned you knew Jam. Were you
Don't you-
locked up with him?
Let me ask you a question real quick. Don't you think he would have posted like a picture of himself, like to let it be known that he out? Like, Jam probably ain't even out of jail right now. That's what I'm saying about this internet shit. Like, a nigga gonna post a picture of themselves being out. I ain't just gonna send no message to you trolling and dropping my low, telling somebody to check it out. That's somebody that probably done hacked this page or anything. That could be anything. We need to confirm if that man even out.
You know, that's 100% true, man. And if I remember correctly, they were trying to find him in the system. All the bloggers,
Yeah.
they have not been able to find him in the system at all.
No.
Like, there's never been like, oh, well, Jam's locked up and this is his release date. Like, nobody's been able to find that information.
Or that could be somebody that hacked this page and trying to get somebody's crib blew down. That could be somebody else's crib, anything, you feel me? That could be, you never know. People use tactics all the time, man. But I don't even know if Jam out, so I don't even know what's going on with that whole little situation. The shit seemed like it, but dropping that low is crazy. Like, if that's where you at, and if you on house arrest and that's where you at, like,
Yeah, that would be
but
wild.
at the same time, if he out on house arrest in the system, you still can see that he got let out on electronic monitor. So has anybody pulled that up and seen that?
That's a good question. I haven't seen it.
That's what
I
I'm
haven't seen
saying, man. This how sick kids. This how people be dying out here, bro. Off of misinformation. Like, you feel me? Like, we get motherfucker gotta even see if this information is even true. Anybody could have did that. Jam ain't nobody seen Jam in so long. Everybody thought that he was locked up on like a gun or something. That's what bloggers and shit was saying. I never knew nothing about the situation at all, you feel me? But somebody was saying he got caught with a gun, he got locked up. Like, anybody could have been hacked his page, anybody could have got hold of his account or anything.
That's true. That's true. He could
That
be
situation is crazy. And that situation can get dangerous right there, because you could have some stand-up dudes out here speaking bad on somebody that you know nothing about, or you don't even know what's going on. This how people get caught. This how people get caught all the time. You feel me? But allegedly, if the situation is true, I'm speaking on the situation if it was true. Yeah, he dropping his location and he let it be known that he a gangster and he ain't worried about nobody coming to get him or worried about nobody coming to do nothing to him. So how long ago was that post put up?
I want to say
Like
2,
days
3
ago?
days ago.
So
Yeah.
it's been 2 days and ain't nobody still did nothing. I mean, probably they went over there already or found out it was a fake location or something like that, or probably just out here just scared, bro. He really like that. I ain't dick riding, none of that. He really like that. So, if you gonna go get him, better be ready for whatever come with it. If this is real. I hope it ain't.
It's crazy.
I hope it ain't, because then that'll show like how up in the mind that we getting out here. Like, we dropping our lows to tell them, like, come on, come kill me then. Feel like, no, can't do that. Not me.
Now here's something that I wanted to ask you about. Now, Butter recently went off on Wooski.
Mm-hmm.
Did you happen to see this?
No, I heard about it. A motherfucker told me about it, but
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't know him and Wooski had any issues or anything.
I didn't either.
Huh. Okay.
That's why I feel like, you know what I'm saying, what was said is just something, feel me, like, where your proof at? What the proof, gang?
Right. He was accusing Wooski of getting the dude 40 years, which
Come
I
on
thought
now.
was kind of crazy.
Tell him to show the proof. He say he down there with the dude. They said he down there, wherever he locked up at, he with the dude that said that my brother got him 40 years. Then that dude got the paperwork with my brother's name in it that's saying he got down on him and got him 40 years then, motherfucker. People just, you know, people like to stir up a lot of just goofy shit at the same time. Like, I don't know what's going on with their situation or what they got going on or what even made Buddy even come out and say that or the whole situation, but his ass tweaking. Tell him to show the proof.
Yeah, I did find it kind of crazy that this. I kind of feel like this would have came out a long time ago.
Yeah, then why is it just coming out now? Why is it just not coming out now? You know how many streamers, how many vloggers and all that would have been found this paperwork, boy? 1090 Jake would have been found that. What? Is you crazy? Stop playing, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, people just like to stir stuff up, bro. Like, this how you get the internet going. This how you keep the internet alive. You put false information on it and force people to decipher it for themselves. On if it's real or if it's fake. 1090 Jake would have been found that shit, bro. You can't tell me these streamers. What's the dude name? What's his name? He from England or London? Where he from? Who?
Oh, you talking about Trap Lord
Trap
Ross.
Ross. You think he wouldn't have been found that? This man know about everybody in Chicago that got a name. You think he wouldn't have been found that? That's what I'm saying, man. Like, people just be wanting to say stuff just to be saying stuff, bro. I don't know what dude got going on or what personal beef he got going on with my little brother, bro. But putting that on my little brother name ain't cool, man. Stop playing.
I did see somebody say that Wooski took or kept his Butter's KI chain.
I mean, I heard something about it. I mean, I seen it on the internet. A motherfucker said that. It'd be like on what that is, that little Instagram page, Chirac News or some shit.
Chirac News, okay.
It's like an Instagram page where they be having, it's a dude, he be posting like Chicago fights, people running from the police, Chicago, shit like that, and he had posted something about it, like Butter got his chain took or some shit. And Wooski took it or whatever. I don't know if he did or if he didn't.
Yeah, I see Butter beefing with like a lot of his homies. Not just Wooski. He was beefing with Charles City Little Mikey. He was beefing with a lot of his own homies.
Man, this just a man who fighting a lot of demons, man. He just fighting a lot of demons right now. You feel me? He ain't got nothing else to do right now but to stir up beef. He's in jail. You feel me? Like, you stirring up, you saying all this for what? Like, what even, I'm trying to figure what even made you say this? Like, this how I be saying, when I be speaking to my little brother, we don't speak on shit like this. Like, we don't talk about shit like this. Because we ain't worried about shit like this, man. Like, what's wrong with dude? Like, I don't know. He got some personal shit going on, or somebody said something to him, or said something to his girl, or they been sneak dissing on him or something probably. I don't know what they got going on. You feel me? But it's a reason why he said what he said. There's something going on. I don't know. He chases something. He chases some clout or something. He trying to get back alive. Why he on his way back out? Because I think he finna come home. I don't know. But is he stirring shit back up so when he get back out, his interviews could be busting? People finna want to interview him to see why he said that, you feel me? I don't know what's going on, you feel me? He got his own personal reason on why he doing what he doing, or him and Lil Bro got their own little situation going on, but I don't know.
I wanted to ask you, about this Pooh Shiesty situation. You know, Pooh Shiesty has been arrested for allegedly robbing Gucci Mane.
Right.
You know, this is pretty wild, man. You know, Pooh Shiesty he had a career ahead of him, man. He had a lot going for him. You know, I seen people saying he could have made an easy 10 M's this summer, and he just threw it all away.
I think more. I ain't even gonna lie. I think he could have made way more than that this summer. He was too high. He came back. You feel me? It was like everybody looked like, okay, Pooh Shiesty, he back. You feel me? You could see like in the videos, you like see the transition, but then at the same time, you feel me? He go off and do this. I don't know, man. People make mistakes all the time, but that shit was just plain dumb. You feel me?
You know, coming from a dude in the streets, how hard at his age, how hard would it have been for you to let that street shit go and just focus on business?
It depends because we don't know the situation. You feel me? So we don't know if Pooh Shiesty get out of money. You know what I'm saying? We don't know what's going on. Is he in a bogus contract and a motherfucker know he in a bogus contract? You know what I'm saying? Like, so if that was the situation and you playing me out of all my bread and you thinking I'm a goofy, so the street in me, because it's obviously Pooh Shiesty looking at Gucci Mane like a street. You feel me? He ain't looking at it like business. Nigga, you brought me in, you signed me, yeah, but you ain't never finna play me though. You feel me? Before I started rapping, I was listening to Gucci Mane, you feel me? So it's like, no, I'm on some gangster shit with you. You got me fucked up, nigga. But at the same time, when you got money like Pooh Shiesty had money, I would have just took it the other route. You feel me? I would have just took it the other route. I would have just took it to court. Or at the same time, I mean, you just gotta wait till that contract over with then. But he knew what it was is he knew that the music that he created while he was locked up, that he was bringing to the streets, it was finna create a lot of money that was gonna line the next pockets, bro. He knew all that hard work he put in while he was in there, doing what he had to do, doing push-ups and shit, writing music, staying out the way. He did all that so he could come home and line up the next pockets. That was on his mind, bro. If that's what it was, that was on his mind, bro. Hell no, nigga. Get me up out this contract, bro. You got me up. I'm not going. But at the same time, I'm gonna send somebody else to do that. I'm out on federal parole. I can't be doing shit like that. Get seen on, it's cameras and shit everywhere now. I don't know if anybody noticed. I don't know if people understand it. I don't know if people think they work or they don't, but it's cameras everywhere now, gang. It's cameras everywhere. People have them in their phone. They start recording as soon as you do some goofy shit. So like, he definitely threw that shit away, man. I would have sent somebody else to did that shit. If I was still about that and I was still with that life, I would have sent somebody else to do that, man. I'm not doing that myself. I got too much to lose. I wouldn't have did it. It was stupid. It was dumb.
Now I'm hearing that his lawyer dropped him. Well, that's a fact. His lawyer did drop him. But I'm hearing this because lack of money. That when he got out, he spent all his money on cars and a mansion, and he ain't got no money for no lawyers now.
He better get them cars and shit up. He got caught. They say he got a mansion. You say he got a mansion. And he got all that jewelry. You better get that shit up. You gotta fight your case now, gang. It's over with. Them cars, that jewelry, that mansion, all that shit. You gotta fight your case, bro. What you doing? Or is you just gonna give up? And not pay no more because you feel like you can't beat it no motherfucker with. Maybe. But at the same time, if that lawyer, if they said it's lack of money, if that's true, whew, That's why he was trying to get out that contract, because all that money that he was finna make, he needed it. That's why.
Yeah, they're also saying that he had a $5 million deal on the table, and he didn't want Gucci Mane to get any of it. So there's a lot. A lot of it has to do with money, man, and it's really just a sad situation because it just seems like Gucci's so rich. Why are you gonna screw this man out of
Come
any
on,
money,
man.
bro?
Like, you drop all your artists but him, bro. And there's another one, I think. I forgot that man's name. But why you trying to hold this man in this contract for, bro? That's like goofy ass shit, man. It's like, you a street. Like, at the same time, you know Pooh Shiesty is street. Like, man, let that man up out that contract. You claim you rich. You claim everybody else broke. You claim you spending M's on your wife and shit like that. Let that man up out that contract. Why? It should have been easy. Hey, you know what?
Or pay him,
Yeah.
either or just treat him right, and then you can make money with
You
him for the
feel me?
next
Or come up with a number,
10 years.
man. Or come up with a number or something. Man, give me $1 million. You can buy yourself out this contract. Give me $1 million. I'll take $1 million. You can have the contract. But don't just try to play that boy like that, like he's just supposed to sit back and just take that shit like a lame ass, man. Like, then you a street, so you supposed to know what was finna come with that shit any motherfucker way, bro. Like,
Right. They say Gucci Mane was robbing people.
that's what I'm saying.
25
So
years ago.
He should have known what was coming. He should have known what was coming. As a street, he should have known what was coming. You ain't trying to let that man up out that contract. You should have knew what was coming.
Yeah, I mean, they're saying that's the reason why he couldn't get in BMF. It's because he was robbing people. They wouldn't let him in BMF because he was too known for robbing people. So for him to get robbed, to turn around and get robbed is kind of like a crazy situation.
I guess Gucci just a businessman now. You feel me?
Yeah, man, I don't know how this is gonna affect his career. I think that this, they say he lost $600,000 worth of jewelry, but I think that this situation is gonna cost him way more.
You said they said what?
Worth of jewelry. He lost $600,000 worth of jewelry.
600,000
plus some money and a couple other things. But I feel like that this is gonna cost him way more than that. I think if he would have just walked away, and he would have been much better off, especially career-wise.
Pooh Shiesty got them shooters still out here.
That too.
It's just a situation that could have been prevented. I feel like, you know what I'm saying, really on some black man to black man type shit. Like, bro, let me up out that contract, man. You treating me like I'm a slave. You ain't giving me no bread or nothing like that, bro. You taking all my money. Like, come on now. As a black man, Gucci supposed to understood anyway. Well, you hit that man on the leash, bro. You hit that man on the leash. That man was trying to get off that leash, ain't you was trying to make all his money, trying to get in on all his money, bro. Just being greedy, gang. Like, that's really goofy shit, though. I ain't even gonna lie. That's really goofy shit.
Well, I think since our last interview, Jarrell City Little Mikey was killed.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on that? What did you think when you first seen the news?
Another down in Chicago. This like every day. Like this the norm. This shit don't affect people who been around this shit their whole life. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I go on the internet and I see shit like that on the internet, like he got killed, I'm like, damn, another in Chicago. You feel me? Like, this what happens on a daily basis in Chicago. It's just he was just a figure, and they was able to put it on the internet. People get burned down in Chicago every day. So when he got killed, it was like, He know the life he live. But at the same time, you know, like if what they saying is true, they saying he was arguing with somebody for like 15 minutes. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm arguing with somebody for 15 minutes and I'm sitting in the car and somebody at my window and we sitting here arguing back and forth for 15 minutes, obviously I know this person. You feel me? So either he got backdoored on some motherfucker was on some hating goofy shit, or it ain't no really or. Like, I'm not finna sit there and argue with no op for 15 minutes. What I'm still sitting here for? If I feel even the slightest bit of you on any type of goofy shit anyway, if I ain't got my smoke on me, I'm finna just pull off for your stupid ass. You finna have to shoot at the car. But at the same time though, they argue for 15 minutes, bro. That's somebody I know. That's a back door. That's somebody in their camp that he had problems with.
I mean, I believe that that's what the reports are saying too. You know, I mean, it's just like he did 13 years in prison.
Man, it was somebody
13.
he was around. It was somebody he was around. It was somebody who probably was hating on him, didn't like him, or felt like he wasn't putting no money into the hood or something like that. Hate every day is out there. People was real live struggling in Chicago. Like, people ain't got money. Like, you feel me? And when you come up in the streets and you start rapping and you start getting a name or you start getting some money, you feel me? Like, you finna have all type of eyes on you. That's why don't you don't see like people leave Chicago when they get money? I'm not about to make myself a ticket. You a ticket. It's either you gonna do for them or they gonna backdoor you. It's grimy as the city now. Niggas just gotta start understanding that, like, when your mind shift to a different level and you start thinking about different shit, that type of shit wouldn't even matter to you no more.
Did you know Little Mikey? Did you ever meet him?
I know him. I ain't never kicked it with him or nothing like that, but I know him.
How'd you guys know each other?
He a op.
Oh, okay. So you just know him. You just know him from being an op. Okay.
He was an op.
Did you guys ever meet? Were you guys like, did you guys know each other as childhood?
You know, we was
in childhood or anything?
We was niggas who came up on different sides of the streets, and he was over there with them, and I was on the other side of the streets with mine. And you feel me? Like, yeah, I bumped into him in jail and shit like that, but you know, we ain't never fought. We ain't never like said words to each other or nothing like that. I knew who he was though.
Because they say that he was like, you know, getting busy like before everybody else was. He was like one of the first dudes to really jump off the porch like that.
I mean, I don't know. I have no clue. I ain't gonna lie.
So when you guys bumped into each other in jail, did you guys have a conversation at all, or was it just like, oh, that's him right there?
No, it's like, don't you know how, like, let's just say if we was in Division 9, don't you know how when you coming through the tunnel, you walking past, all y'all chained up, y'all walking past. We going to court probably, he come back from Cermak probably or something like that. You know what I'm saying? That's how we'll like see each other or something like that. Or they'll be on the deck. And you know, we break off our decks all the time in Division 9, and we'll run over to the other deck, you feel me, looking through the window and stuff like that. He be on the deck, shit like that. It's like a bumming in jail shit like that. It ain't no really like no, we on the deck with each other, none of that.
Well, Little Zay Osama has been arrested by the feds and is being charged with robbery, kidnapping. This is kind of crazy, man, because he was like a dude out here, like, we thought was getting money and making moves, you know? They're saying like a group of armed men forced their way into a house. You know, they have two unnamed co-conspirators, and I guess allegedly during this robbery, they called Little Zay Osama and asked him, you know, how do they send money from a cryptocurrency wallet. These guys allegedly dressed up like DoorDash delivery people. It's wild, man.
But you know, it's like you reap what you sow. You feel me? When you out here tweaking and shit, and then you trolling dead people and shit like that, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like that. Like, you wait, like that reap what they sow. You know what I'm saying? So you did all that. You did a lot of talking on the internet, tried to make yourself seem like somebody that you wasn't. And then now you locked up. You feel me? Like, it's cool to not be on gangster shit all the time. You feel me? Always trolling somebody. It's good to lift your shoulders up. You know what I'm saying? Hold your shoulders up and be on your grown man shit. You know what I'm saying? All that don't even need to be cause for. But when you out, it's like the trolling. Like, I don't get it. I don't be knowing what be going on through brains. And then now you gotta go sit in jail now. Now you locked up by the feds. You got picked up by the feds. Like, it's like you read what you sow, man.
Well, according to the paperwork, they're saying that they held him captive for a little over an hour, and they wanted the cryptocurrency, the jewelry, and they wanted into the safe. It's a pretty wild situation, man. People are saying, why is he robbing people? He's a rapper. He should have plenty of money.
You know, a lot of people be on the internet with them chains and them watches, and that's what they spent all their money on. When they got them checks and shit, them diamond teeth, that's what all their money went to. So they ain't wait to save up and then get it and still have money left over and shit like that. So niggas be out here struggling. Then you gotta feed the killers that's around you. That ain't free. You think hanging around you for the frisky? Hell no, everybody benefits off of your success when you bring that team with you. So it's like, when you get to spending all that money, them hotel rooms, them cars, that jewelry and shit, the women, and that shit run out, niggas start struggling. And they don't want to sell their jewelry or their chains and shit like that, because then if you don't get seen with it on no more, it's like, damn, why this nigga don't never wear that chain no more? Because he had to go pawn that motherfucker or something, or he had to go sell it back or something. So people resort to shit like that. Niggas supposed to have a business open or something already. Like, what the f you out here making money for if you ain't gonna use it on something?
Well, Lil Zay is looking at a life sentence for this. This is a case brought by the ATF. These guys don't play, man. It's gonna be serious. I don't know how much. It doesn't really seem like they got a lot of evidence on Lil Zay, except maybe that one phone call.
Right.
But with him having two unnamed co-conspirators, the first thing you think of is somebody's cooperating. So, this could be a really uphill battle for him, man. I interviewed him. Seemed like a cool dude. I definitely was aware of his reputation that he has. I'm gonna leave it at that. You know what I mean?
He did something nice for the lady that what was her son got jumped on in Chicago. He did something nice for her.
I remember that.
He did something nice. So he got some good things he did, but this right here just plain dumb, gang. Gonna read what you sow, man.
This is something that's new, but it's kind of old too, man. And
what?
I wanted to get your take on it. Recently, some more video footage came out, and all of these videos come out, and people are always surprised, man. Even if they've already known this.
All right.
But they got this video of Lil J in jail holding hands with, what they're saying is a transformer.
I mean, but that, I mean, he can't deny that no more though. That's like, I mean, everybody know it. It's like it's no doubt about it. You can't, ain't no ifs, ands, or buts. You feel me? Lil J gay. He's gay. Like, I mean, he ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Everybody seen it, man. You see the videos, man. Ain't no, that's him. Everybody know that's him. You feel me? Like, he know that's him. He's gay. That's on him. Ain't got shit to do with me. That nigga gay. But he's gay, for sure.
Man, how do you think this will affect his career when he gets out?
I mean, it's probably not. I'm not gonna lie. Probably not. I'm pretty sure it's been plenty of gay rappers. He's probably not gonna, I mean, he's gonna lose clout in the streets, so it's gonna be like, motherfucker gonna be like, man, is you looking at my ass? What we have in the video and shit. But it'd be crazy though, like, you know what I'm saying? No, like, you feel me? Because on you feel me, on some real shit, like Lil J was, you know what I'm saying, somebody that was putting in work over there on that side for them. You know what I'm saying? But it'd be like crazy. It'd be kind of crazy. It'd be kind of weird. You feel me? It'd be weird. Cause it'd be like, what type of time you on right now? Like, what you on? I don't know. But as far as like rapping, like, is he still gonna be able to make money? Is people still gonna listen to his music? Hell yeah, he's still got a whole fan base following him. You know what I'm saying? I still believe he'll be able to make money off of music and shit like that.
I mean, do you think that?
Oh, some straight shit? No.
So you don't think he can go back and hang out in the hood?
No. They wouldn't do nothing to him, but they wouldn't be, man, watch out, bro. What the fuck is you doing out here? Like, but at the same time, they don't be out there. People, ain't nobody got time for shit like that no more. Got lives now. Niggas making money, moving to other states. Like, don't nobody be outside like that no more. In Chicago, like, people be wanting to do shit. You feel me? I'd rather go to Miami or you know what I'm saying, somewhere where I can, you know what I'm saying, be able to do shit where it's less risk. It's still a risk, but it's less risk than me at a bar in the city. I'm trying to drink, fuck with some hoes or something in the city at a bar, come out the bar and gotta get into a shootout with a motherfucker. Whereas I could go to Miami or something like that, you feel me, or Vegas or something like that, and go in the bar and get a drink and have a drink and shoot some pool and shit like that, and then walk back up out of there and they have to worry about getting into a shootout with a motherfucker. So it'd be like different. People don't be out there hanging on them blocks like that, like people think they do.
I can see him being trolled hella hard.
He is. But that's what's gonna make him his money. That's what's gonna make him the money. People gonna be, what people gonna be doing if he put out a video? They gonna be commenting and they gonna be looking at it, right? And the comments gonna be negative. They gonna be trolling them. People gonna be putting out reaction videos. It's gonna keep him relevant. It's gonna keep his pockets lined, bro. It's gonna make him some money for a little minute too. Cause he gonna keep on rapping. He gonna be trolling. He gonna be doing all type of shit. He probably come out with a reality TV show with him and his training girlfriend, folks. You never know.
No.
You feel me? You never know. He could make all type of money off of this. But as far as like street shit, like, no.
Damn. I definitely would like to see that first interview because I interviewed him when he was in jail.
Oh, that first
And, I
interview,
mean,
he be talking shit, so you better try to get him.
Right. He denied everything, though. This was just after the first video came out. So I think we're on like the third or fourth videos that came out.
You can't deny it now. Just go ahead and admit it, bro. You gay. Or bisexual is that? Yeah, maybe that. I don't know.
I mean, I don't know either, but
He a transform.
I see guys that are bisexual, they just get called gay. It's not like with chicks, you know what I'm saying? Where like a chick could be bisexual, and it's like, she goes both ways. It's like if you're a guy, and once you go that way, everybody just says that's what you are.
Yeah, that's his business. That's his business. You gonna be gay? Go ahead, bro. That ain't got nothing to do with nobody else, bro. Go ahead. It definitely ain't got nothing to do with me. That's on him. Go ahead about your business.
I wanted to ask you about this, man. This is some recent news that kind of just came out too. But, you know, we seen Chief Keef and Young Boy in the studio together where they did a song. But now you got Little Tim is also said that he's doing a song with Chief Keef. And, you know, people are upset about this. They don't feel like Chief Keef should be doing songs with these guys, even if they did have a falling out with O Block.
All right, when it was Young Boy, that's different. You know what I'm saying? That's a power play. But Lil Tim, no. He can't do that one. You can't do that, bro. Not Lil Tim. Young Boy ain't had nothing to do with that situation. You feel me? Him doing that song with Young Boy was a power play. That's some, you know, show the world, you feel me? I do what the fuck I want to do. You know what I'm saying? He was probably shooting shots at the block. You never know. But at the same time, you can't do no song with Lil Tim, bro.
So he's definitely wrong if this comes out.
Yeah, that is he do a song with Lil Tim, that's crazy, gang. I ain't even gonna lie. And I don't even be on that type of shit no more. I'm not no street nigga and shit like that no more. Like, I don't be on that type of time no more. I'm a grown man. You feel me? I do what I wanna do. But at the same time though, like that you can't cross that line, gang. Not Lil Tim, bro. You gonna clout that boy all the way up as you do a song with him. As he do that song with him, that definitely gonna show where he stand. A lot of people gonna be upset about this.
Well, you know, one of the things that I was like wondering, like, yo, well, what if he disses King Von in the song?
That's something you can't do, man. You can't do that. Not Lil Tim, folk.
Now, if they did do a song, I mean, I think it would be, you know, really viral, a rival situation.
That's gonna be like a 50 million, 100 million views type of song. Cause that's how much people gonna be baffled about the situation. Like, he really dropped that song. A lot of people gonna be hurt behind that. But he a grown man, he gonna do what he wanna do.
Now, do you think with all this going on where, you know, he might do this song and he has all this history with O Block, but he did have a big falling out with O Block to where, you know, he got mad and so mad that he left Chicago and he really ain't been back. I think he'd been back one time for a show. I don't know if he came back to visit family or anything like that, but, you know, this thing was a really big situation. You know, do you feel like that he owes at least a little bit? Like, you know, this is, O Block is what, you know, helped make him what he is. And he rapped about O Block. He put O Block on the map, you know, and so to turn his back like this, you know, do you feel like he owes just a little bit of loyalty to O Block, or
Hell yeah, he owed just a a little bit to not do no song with Lil Tim on first now. He definitely owe a little bit to not do that song, gang, because ain't no way, like, you finna go do a song with him. All them men and them women that once had love in their heart for you, or you had love in your heart for, is gonna turn on you, man. Like, these people that you loved, that watch you grow up, bro. Over one situation, don't bring the whole house down, gang. Over one situation, man. This ain't something, you feel me? He been doing too good staying out the way, bro. Like, he been doing too good staying out the way. Staying out of situations. You feel me? Staying free. Getting money. You do that song with him, I'm telling you, you gonna fuck up your whole situation, gang. Cause them apes and gorillas that once loved you is gonna be the apes and gorillas that hate you now, gang.
You know what's crazy? Is right before the NBA Youngboy and Chief Keef song dropped, I interviewed E-Dog. And E-Dog was telling me he was trying to bring Chief Keef back to O-Block to visit. And then I guess maybe it was in the works or something like that. Now, does Chief Keef ever talk about coming back and visiting?
I don't think the city will like him though. Cause he had come back around, he came back around. It's just the city don't like him. The city will probably like, oh, Chief Keef back in Chicago, call everybody. You know, he could come back and sneak in the city. Yeah. But it's like him going public with it, nah, he ain't gonna get too far with that shit. If he go laugh and say, oh, I'm right here on such and such, ooh, it's not gonna get, the real police will get involved. He can come through this bitch though, for sure. Like, come through this bitch and he'll be secured, still be secured.
Man, I think everybody would go crazy if they seen Chief Keef in O-Block.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
It would be the most viral moment in hip hop that year, for sure.
Yeah, I'm trying to make it happen. I know I can make it happen. It's just like, I gotta get him to believe. For sure.
That would be crazy, man.
Yeah. I'm gonna make it happen. I'm gonna make it happen. Watch.
I can't imagine that that's a possibility now.
Nah, you can't. It ain't gonna be no possibility, because at the same time, why would Keith even risk that after you done did that song with that boy? You think you finna be able to go up in there and ain't nobody gon' try to do nothing to you? Ain't nobody gonna try to do nothing to you because the E-Dog said it? You got the game up. Ain't no kings over there. Ain't no generals over there. Ain't no lieutenants, no commanders, no nothing. It ain't nothing but YNs over there that's ready to tear something up. And they gonna tear something up about Von. They gonna tear something up about Von, boy.
But do you know why they removed the mural?
I ain't know they removed, but if they did, you know what I'm saying? It's like, people never talk about the positive things that Von did up in life. You did, feel me? So surrounded by Von, his image is surrounded by violence. And you plastering it on the facade of you putting it on the side of a stove for him to be brandished. And he's never been known to be like this, like, you know what I'm saying, like this person that been speaked about highly. Everybody speak about Von, like, you feel me, this demon, he was about that, he'll kill you, he'll do this, he'll do that. You think people gonna want that on the side of their stove?
I mean, plus with the people coming there and trolling and...
It's bringing too much attention over there, you know what I'm saying? Too much attention that people want to die down.
Now, one thing I seen people talk about was that, before King Von signed with Durk was relatively chill. He was just doing his music, really, coming up, being consistent. You heard a little bit of drama about him here and there. But when he got with King Von, and he signed, well, I don't know if he signed King Von, but they started working together. everything changed. And they feel like King Von was a toxic influence on Little Durk.
That because when Durk got around somebody that he knew was gonna tear down this world for him, you feel me? Like if I played with Durk, Von wasn't gonna let nothing happen to him. You feel me? Von wasn't gonna let nothing happen to Durk. Durk gave him his shot, you feel me? So I don't know. I don't know if I could say like I can say like, you know, that is a form of influence though. You feel me? Like I come around, you know what I'm saying? You know how I am. You know how I get. You know what type of time I'm on. I ain't gonna let nobody play with you. It may influence you to drop your nuts. You know what I'm saying? Like, hold on. Let me get on this type of time, you feel me? So it could be, you know, a form of influence, people looking at it like that. But at the same time though, was Durk acting like that? Or was he not? I don't know.
Well, you know, they did catch that one case in Atlanta
Oh yeah.
where they were accused of shooting that guy. But, you know, King Von was killed, and then I guess another guy who was on the case got killed, and then they let Little Durk go for it.
Yeah. You got let out of that case into an even bigger one. But he gonna be up from up under this one.
You think Durk's gonna beat this case?
Yes, sir.
What is it about it that makes you think he's gonna beat it?
It just seemed too much like right. It seemed too much like right, meaning all that evidence seemed too much like right. All this shit that's coming out, it just seemed like some of this shit ain't adding up. People steady talking about co-defender this, co-defender that. But we don't know who these people is.
Right. So we don't actually know. We haven't got no paperwork.
And you don't know what these people finna get up on the stand and say.
We don't know. They could do like Woody.
I'm telling
get
you,
up
man.
there
This
and
shit
go
just
crazy.
It don't seem real.
But, you know, on the flip side, the guys who are going testifying against Pooh Shiesty, they don't really have anything to gain by Pooh Shiesty going to jail.
Right.
Right? If what they're saying is true on Durk's case, these guys, if they, allegedly, if it's OTF jam and he was involved in the case, he has everything to gain by testifying. You know, if he doesn't testify, they're surely going to take back whatever deal they offered him. You know, I think Durk's case, I think you're right from what we've seen. It's a lot of really BS evidence. I don't really see enough to get a conviction off of what we know.
Nah.
But if a guy who was involved in the case gets up there and testifies, I don't know how he beats that. I'm not saying I want him to go to jail. I'm not saying I'm rooting for him to go to jail. I just don't know how you beat a case where if a man gets up there and says he did it, that was involved.
Yeah.
I just.
But when he beat it, just come back and interview me, and I'm gonna charge you somewhere around $25,000. How about that?
Okay. Hey, look, man. If Durk beats it, man, that would be crazy, man. And I mean, if he beats it, I'm happy. I'll be happy for him if he beats it.
I feel like if he beat it, it'll change. It'll change a lot. You know what I'm saying? It'll change a lot. Cause if he beat it, he ain't gonna come on doing none of the stuff he was doing, moving how he was moving. You getting another chance at life. Somewhere you ain't supposed to be, hey, you supposed to be in the box. So getting another chance at life it's gonna change him because you looking at life. You know what I'm saying? So beating it is gonna, oh yeah, I'm out of here. It's over with. I ain't with none of that. None of that. You feel me? If the situation with Jam is true, he gonna understand, like, yeah, the one that's closest to me, you feel me? Like, oh, I can't do none of that. I'm out completely, you feel me? Then you gonna start rapping positive. People still gonna bump a little Durk music, and then you gonna start seeing shift in these young men out here. Ain't nobody gonna be trying to go out and really kill nobody no more. People gonna try to be businessmen. Next thing you know, people gonna start opening up laundromats and shit, start getting some money.
Is that how you felt when you got out of jail?
Well,
After doing all that time?
hell yeah. I still got my ways about me, you know what I'm saying? Like, that ain't never gonna change, you feel me? But at the same time, I don't put myself into situations that's gonna give me no fair case at all. I don't. It ain't happening. I get my money how I get my money. You feel me? I stay out the way. I don't have no run-ins. I don't do that type of stuff, man. If you ever hear about me being into a situation, because that situation came to me. You feel me? I got put in that situation because I ain't had no way to get up out of it. You know what I'm saying? That's if you gonna have some shit that I'm got going on. But other than that, I stays out the way, man. I ain't doing none of that for what? To go back in there and be fighting fair cases with all them, they got all that money, that's finna have to spend it on them lawyers? Man, watch out. Spend it on the lawyer that's finna send me up in there anyway? Watch out. No, that ain't happening. I'm cool. I ain't doing no jail time, no none of that. I'm done. That's over with. I ain't putting myself in no position to get no jail time.
Well, I wanted to ask you about this, man. It's kind of more of a hip hop type of situation, man. But in Pooh Shiesty's First Day Out song, he says, "Don't let Durk line go to your head. No body slime is me."
Yeah.
Did you hear that?
Don't let Durk
What'd you think?
Don't let Durk verse go to your head. Ain't nobody slam as me. Let him be known. You know what I'm saying? I let Durk get away with that line. Well, don't let it go to your head. I'm big slam around this bitch.
So do you consider that like a shot at Little Durk, or you think that's
Like
just
a
like
diss?
a
Man,
friendly
hell
competition type
no,
of thing?
man. That was just a line he threw up in there. Hold on, wait though. Pooh Shiesty came up with that song. Pooh Shiesty came up with that song. Oh, right. So Durk was already locked up when Pooh Shiesty got out and he made the song. Oh, that probably was a shot.
Well, it comes from the Back in Blood song, where Shiesty says we already had 300 dudes when we picked up Durk, and then Durk on his verse says, "Pooh Shiesty, that's my dog, but Pooh, I'm really Shiesty." And then he gets out and says that line.
That probably was a diss. That probably was a little shot. So why you ain't say something in your song about free Durk? You feel me? On your first day out. Why wasn't no mentioning about freeing them? Why would you say don't let why would what you be saying in your song to somebody you with is don't let Durk verse go to your head, ain't nobody slamming me. That ain't no shout out. Well, I don't know. That probably was a shot gang. Well, but he back up in there with he in there. They finna talk.
Yeah, I mean, theoretically, I guess they could run into each other. Now, I wanted to ask you about this. Not too long ago, Neon went to O Block, and security was tripping on him, and they kicked him out of O Block, man. Did you see that?
Mm-mm. Who was Neon?
Neon is a streamer.
Oh, the streamer dude.
Yeah.
He got kicked out of there?
Got kicked out of there. I guess he had a bunch of toys, and they wouldn't even let him give away all the toys and everything.
Oh, they was on some bullshit. Well, somebody told him not to let them in. Or get his ass up out of there.
I heard O Block's really strict now. Like, you got to show your ID to get in there and everything.
It's all type of shit. Some people get past how they get past, but most people, you got to come through them gates. You gotta tell them who you coming to see, all type of shit.
Yeah, it seems like it's definitely different than what it was back in the days. Were you out of jail when little JoJo was killed?
Nah, I was locked up.
You were locked up? Okay. I was going to ask you about something that I seen. Because they were saying that the little JoJo funeral was held at the Parkway Gardens Church.
But yeah, it's lying.
That's a fake?
That's fake. That's false information.
Okay.
That's false information. Ain't no way. He all the way from the other side of town. Well, not from the other side of town. You pass up so many churches. Why would they try to put his church right there? Knowing that motherfucker probably is gonna get shot up. They lying.
I seen you had a run-in with KTS Dre.
Yeah, when I was locked up.
How did that go? What all happened with that?
One shit, that became my boy. After we got our fight out the way, that became my homie. I started with him.
Can you take me through the beginning? You know, he landed on your deck.
He came on the deck. Basically, it was a nigga over there. I ain't gonna say his name or away from us. Over there, he's scared to fight him. Dre came straight on the deck, got on his ass. He ain't put his bed in his cell or nothing first. He got right on his ass. Dude got on some bitch shit. He wouldn't come out the cell, walk out the bound. But one of the guys, he had told me, he was like, you up there with dude that's supposed to have something with Cap getting killed, walk out the bound. So he was like, man, beat that nigga, walk out the bound. So when I got upstairs, shit, we had the bump. I asked him, he said he had nothing to do with it, but you feel me, I can't be on the deck with somebody, you feel me, like that. So it was like, once we bumped, we got that shit out the way. I found shit, come to find out, wait, he was telling me the truth. He wasn't lying to me. He was standing on what he was saying. He told me he never had nothing to do with that situation. You feel me? Like, just putting his name in it because of who he is. That's what he was saying, bro. But come to find out, like, he was a cool ass nigga, man. He was cool as hell.
How did you guys end up hanging out? Just being around each other? You guys had homies in common, or like, how did that happen?
Nah, we were still on the same deck with each other. We going on visits. You know, in the county, you know, they call y'all name. We go on visits together. You feel me? He know my people, shit like that. Like little hoes I used to have coming up to the county. We'll be swapping females. He'll go down there to the female I'm talking to. I'll go down there to the female he talking to.
What was his reputation like? Because, you know, from out here, it seemed like, you know, he had a pretty wild reputation.
That was his reputation. He was a wild boy. But he was cool as hell if you sit down and talk to a motherfucker, you feel me? You don't never sit down and talk to a motherfucker, you ain't gonna never know what's up with him. For real. You ain't gonna never know shit. All you know is about is what people telling you until you sit down and talk to a motherfucker. You can tell when a motherfucker cool when you talk to him, like, man, this nigga cool as hell. Then we was knowing all the same hoes and shit like that, so he was cool. He was a cool dude. But he knew what came with the streets. So everybody know what's up.
Were you surprised that you and him got along so well?
No, hell no. I be on some smooth shit. You really got to do something to me for me to even get on there with you, for me to even get on that type of time with you. Like, or when we was in the county, like if your name wasn't coming up and nothing, like wasn't nobody saying like you did nothing to one of the guys and nothing like that, I really wasn't doing nothing because he was smaller than me. You feel me? I'm not about to be steady around here punching on no little ass boys. Like, nah.
Oh, he was a small dude.
No, the small. A lot of the up in there, they small. I ain't finna be steady fighting ops. These too small. Like that's embarrassing. That's bullying. You feel me? Like, nah. I just let them avoid me when I'm on the deck. That's all.
What did you think when you heard about him getting killed? I mean, because that was, you know, walking right out of the county jail and he got shot like 60 some odd times.
It's another
Pretty
nigga down in
crazy.
Chicago. He knew what came with the life. This what come with the life. This shit is not surprising to none of us that was living that life. It's not surprising at all. Because everybody know what come with this life. So when you got somebody that go down, it's like, damn. He was a cool ass dude, but I mean, it ain't no feeling involved. You feel me? It's just a mutual respect from one street to another. You feel me? He played the game and he got taxed for it. Everybody gonna go out. You feel me? Whether it's from cancer, whatever it's gonna be from. But as you live in that street life, you gonna die in the streets.
I think I heard you say that there's a good possibility that he was on the phone telling people he was getting ready to get out.
When he was locked up, like you know how when like if I bond out and I'm on the phone, like it's people out, there's other people out on the deck, and there's other people using the phones too. I'm on the phone, bitch ass niggas, I'm bonding out, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking to my people, telling them to come get me a shit out the BAM or what may be or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm telling my homie them I'm getting out and shit. Like you people know. So now when they come get you, everybody know it take probably like 2 hours to process out of Cook County, maybe. You feel me? So that's way more than enough time for somebody to pull up there and sit there and wait on your ass to come up out of there. And that's somebody that wanted you bad because they killed you outside the Cook County jail.
Is that the only time you've heard about somebody getting killed outside of Cook County jail?
I mean, no. I heard about people getting shot outside of Cook County jail. But he was like the first time it was THF Bubble. He was the first one where he didn't get killed like outside the Cook County jail. Like it was basically outside the Cook County jail, it was up the street. Feel. But leaving the Cook County jail, basically, I'd have seen a lot of motherfuckers like I'd have heard about a lot of motherfuckers getting shot. But it's like ain't no protection down there any motherfucker way. They let your ass out. They give you your stuff. Certain shit you can't get back. You gotta go down to Harrison and Kenzie or some shit to get your shit back. Your phone and shit like that. So you can't really call nobody and shit like that. And they don't really be having nobody out there. So of course, if motherfucker want you bad, they gonna come get you. But you know they wanted him bad. He got shot over 60 sometimes. You know somebody wants somebody bad. I done heard about people get shot 1 time, 3 times, 5 times, 9 times. You feel me? 20 sometimes. I ain't heard about nobody get hit 60 times. Over 60 shit.
Now, I wanted to take it back a little bit. I believe you were around when Little B was killed by the police?
I was locked up.
Oh, okay. You were locked up? Okay.
Mm-hmm. I was out doing when they got the riot in and shit, though.
Okay. Okay, what all happened, from your perspective when you seen that?
Was I when Lil B get killed? Was it after January of 2014? As a matter of fact, I was out. That was 2014.
March 29th, 2014.
That was 2014, yeah, I was out. That's when he dropped his pipe, and they said he tried to pick it up, and the police blew his ass down.
Police allege they cornered him during a drug investigation and he pointed a gun at them. Note that this is distinct from rapper Little B, the Bass God. Circumstances. According to police claims, Shaw was armed during a suspected drug transaction leading to the shooting, while this YouTube video maintains allegations that he was shot in the back. context, his death occurred just weeks before the shooting of K.I. in April 2014. Not to be confused with Little B, the bass god. Oh, I didn't know him and K.I. were killed really close to each other. Damn.
Yeah, he got killed by the police though.
I guess there was a riot and they tried, after they got done beefing with the police, they tried to come in O Block.
Oh yeah, and fight.
Well, so what all happened?
It's just a bunch of, they had 7-year-olds with them. They had like kids, you feel me? It was a bunch of people out there fighting, but it was really like a bunch of kids out there and shit. I was just trying to make sure my wasn't finna shoot me. I'm in the window watching all the cuts and everything. Like, I'm making sure a motherfucker ain't trying to keep creeping in here and shoot nobody. You feel me? Like, they was out there fighting though. They was getting it on. But it just looked like chaos though. It wasn't nothing but you seen a lot of kids running and then kids run back across the street and everybody was out there fighting.
Did they actually make it inside O Block? Like, how far did they make it in?
It just made it like past the, like right there by the first building. Like, you jump over the gate, y'all all right there. Everybody started coming out of the little parks and shit and fighting them right there on the front. So they didn't make it that far.
Did you guys already know Little B was killed or
No.
about that? Yeah. What was your guys' thoughts when you heard Little B was killed?
Another op got burned. Like, we ain't thinking none of it. Lil Bro them was ready to troll. We weren't thinking about it was just another nigga dead. One of the ops dead. They did that. Here go little folks, they're about to troll and it's finna start all this crazy shit. So after they beat the police ass, they came over there and got into a fight.
I mean, the reason why I asked that is because, Little B had quite a reputation.
It was cool.
And then it seemed like, after hearing that news that, yeah, like you said, people would have been trolling, people would have maybe been going a little extra hard on Little B.
Just over troll and just tweaking. You know how this shit go. Well, definitely how I used to go in 2014. Everybody got trolled.
Isn't it crazy how wild Twitter used to be back then? The things that people used to say.
Yeah, the shit that used to be going on. I don't even. They still got Twitter.
Yeah, people still got Twitter, but people don't talk like that no more on Twitter.
They don't do that no more.
People ain't shooting shit up and then going and talking about it on Twitter.
Man. Them social media platforms are how you're doing 100 years. Mm-hmm.
It definitely seems like social media, it's definitely influenced people to do a lot, but it's also like, I mean, the crime rate isn't really, I mean, maybe it is in Chicago, but, it's not like crime rates really went up a whole lot since social media.
It ain't been really going crazy in Chicago yet. It ain't hot enough yet. People ain't scared enough yet. That's what it is. Them niggas ain't scared enough. I guess they don't believe the feds right now. That's all that is. They don't believe jail. They just doing.
I mean, the feds are the ones that are coming after hip hop. I mean, because I can't even think of a reason why the feds would pick up the Ben 10 and JR situation. There's no reason for them to be involved in that case.
Anything political, the feds is snatching. If you got a name, you're getting snatched. If you're in the public eye, the feds want the case.
So you're saying the feds are clout chasing?
Well, they is.
They
They is. They clout chasing. They go chase your clout and get your ass and give you all the motherfucking years. That's what they gonna do. I ain't going.
Now, All-Star JR was on his way to do a Vlad TV interview when they arrested him. And there's two ways to look at this situation, right? you could look at it like, had they just waited a week to pick him up, he would have did this really self-snitching interview where he would have told a whole bunch of shit and they'd have had a whole lot more evidence. Or you could look at it like they stopped him because they didn't want him to get the clout.
Or the money.
Or the money. I wonder if Vlad gave him a down payment. If Vlad probably gave him a down payment.
I'm pretty sure he gave him a down payment. I'm pretty sure he did. He secured that for sure. That interview, he secured that. To talk about that situation, he definitely paid him. They secured, trust me. He got that money.
No,
What?
for sure. People reached out to me asking me if I wanted to interview him. So I know they wanted a bag for that interview.
Shit, ain't he in the feds?
Yes, yep.
So he ain't getting nobody no interview. Vlad better, what's them jail interviews? Get one of those for that little money he got.
Get a jail interview.
Get a jail interview, Vlad. Get that little money Get it.
Man.
Make it worth it.
Damn. I mean, I guess you could wait 15 years. I mean, if he does that,
Man, he about to get that shit to his lawyer, man. That down payment went to that lawyer. I'm getting that shit to that lawyer, man. Putting all that money. People be trying to be free. Don't nobody want to be in jail. Then when you get caught up in them situations, they be trying to get rid of everything to get up out of there. I just seen some shit where they said Durk lawyer offering $4 million for his release or some shit.
Right. I seen that too. Durk's lawyer offered, was it $4 million? Or
Yeah, I think it said $4 million.
Let's see.
4, 14, one of them off.
Little Durk's legal team has reportedly sought bond, with reports indicating a proposal of up to $5.2 million in assets, including property, equity, and label funds to secure his release. However, courts have previously denied these requests with concerns about his potential flight risk and danger to the community, including allegations of orchestrating murder for hire, causing him to remain in custody. 5.2 million is not enough. Man, didn't Diddy offer like 50 mil?
Them people ain't trying to hear that.
That's
Them
what's
people
crazy.
don't want that money. I just told y'all I got 5.2 million for y'all, and y'all ain't want to let me up out this. But that money ain't enough for y'all? Y'all feel like I'm that much of a threat to society? I know people buy cases all the time from judges, bro. I know they
Federal judges too?
Huh?
Federal judges too?
Man, I know people buy judges, bro. You talk to, all motherfuckers do is they talk to the prosecutor. Look, I need y'all, this case right here, get rid of it. We just gonna throw this one away. Tell the judge we got 5.2 million for us. The prosecutor the one able to talk to the judge. Go talk to her. Don't get rid of the case. They got 5.2 million. We collected ours. Yes, Becky, we got you. Yeah, he's gonna be out of prison. Okay, I got you. It's over with. This shit all about money, man. They want that money. But I ain't gonna lie. Some people, they just don't want to let out of jail. I ain't gonna lie to you. Some people, they ain't with. And you got to think about the reports of Durk being a part of the Illuminati. You feel me? So, y'all just wait on it. Just wait on that. And then come back and interview me and congratulate me for knowing what I was talking about.
Definitely.
You feel
Definitely, man. I mean, hey, look, man, if Durk beats this,
it's going to be a surprise. You feel me? We rarely see miracles in this world, watch.
it's gonna definitely will be a miracle. I mean, if, it depends. If they got the evidence that they say they got, it's gonna be a miracle, man. But if Durk makes it, man, it would be crazy. Well, Big Mike, man, I appreciate you
Know that.
taking the time, man. Always dope interview. You know, a lot is going on in Chicago, man. I'm glad to see you doing good,
Chilling out the way,
chilling out the
getting
way.
my money. Just I don't do nothing, man. I just like to just live now, bro. Like I just want to live, get some money, create this generational wealth, take care of my family. As long as me and mine good, shit, I'm good. You feel me? In a couple of days, I'll be on somebody's beach somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I like to do now. I done been there where I've been secluded to one, you know what I'm saying, city and one spot like my whole life because of where I'm from, you feel me? And that's a lot of places we couldn't go. So it's like being able to move around and eat at places I ain't ate before, you feel me? Go out, chill, go to a bar, you feel me, with people from different races that I ain't got to worry about trying to kill me or none of that. Like, I just be chilling. So it's like, you know, I'm just getting accustomed to this different life. I still got my ways about me, you know. The streets always gonna be in the person. That's what you do with it, though. As long as you ain't doing the wrong thing. I don't do the wrong thing. Well, maybe a little bit, but I'm a human. It is what it is.
Man, well, I'm glad you're doing good. I mean, that's all that matters, man.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, for sure, man. I definitely appreciate you, man. And you know, good shit, man. Until next time, for sure.
I appreciate it. Until next time.
For sure. What's up? This Cam Capone. If you want to hear these interviews with all the cuss words in it, all the stuff we had to take out because YouTube makes us cut a lot out, all you gotta do is become a member. Hit that button.